Welcome to the University of Montevallo Carmichael Library Tour and Introduction to the Library as a Place. This is the first of 3 online tutorials which are intended to serve as a virtual tour and introduction to the library. The goal of these tutorials is to get you familiarized with the library as a place and to understand more deep details about the organization and culture of each floor of the library. This first tutorial will cover the ground floor of the library as well as some history about the library building itself. Carmichael Library was built in 1967. Prior to that, the old library was in Wills Hall, which is now the Education Building. When it was time for the books to be moved into the new library building, classes were canceled and all of the students had to help carry the books from Wills over to Carmichael Library. The library is named after Dr. Oliver Cromwell Carmichael, who was the president of the school from 1926 to 1935. Dr. Carmichael was a Rhodes Scholar and a World War I veteran, and he set the University of Montevallo on its path toward becoming a 4-year liberal arts university. The Carmichael Library building has 3 floors: the ground floor, the first floor, which is sometimes also called the main floor, and the second or top floor. The ground floor entrance is located off the Palmer Auditorium parking lot across the street from the new Fine Arts Center. If you ever get turned around on this floor and aren't sure if you're in the right place, look for the orange directional signage to help you find your way. Sunday through Thursday after 9 p.m., as well as on Saturdays, the ground floor doors are locked. If you wish to access the library through this door while the building is open but after the ground floor doors are locked, just swipe your UM student ID at the security card reader to gain access to the building. The ground floor of the library is open 24 hours, 4 days a week. So from 2 p.m. Sunday through 11:59 p.m. Thursday, students can access this floor, but they must have a UM ID. Don't be surprised when you enter the ground floor if a library student staff member greets you as you walk in. One of them will be stationed at the welcome desk, and they're there to help answer any questions you may have about where to find what you need in the library. Please don't be afraid to ask questions. We're always here to help. If you spend any amount of time in the library, you'll soon learn that each of the 3 floors has its own culture. That is to say, different areas of the library have different expectations, especially regarding noise levels. On the ground floor, there's comfortable seating and talking is encouraged. This often means that the ground floor is the noisiest floor in the library. So if you're looking for a quiet place to study, the ground floor is probably not your best bet. The furniture on the ground floor is designed for comfort and arranged for group study. There are even whiteboards on wheels that your group can move around and use. Some important places located on the ground floor include the Learning Enrichment Center, the Solution Center, Computer Lab, Digital Media Lab, and the EBSCO Classroom. The Learning Enrichment Center, also known as the LEC, offers peer tutoring both in person in the library and via Zoom. If you feel like you need some extra help with the class, you can come to the LEC or go to their website and make an appointment for tutoring. The tutors are fellow UM students who have taken the same class that you're in, and they're more than qualified to help you. The Solution Center is usually the first place that most students have seen at the library, because it's where you come to get your student ID. It's part of the Information Services and Technology Division of the university, and this is where you'll come to ask for help with computer or network issues, password login troubles, and things of that nature. Near the Solution Center on the ground floor is a computer lab with 18 computers that are available for students to use. These computers are connected to a printer located on the ground floor, and there are 2 more printers located on the first floor. Each UM student starts the semester with a $15 credit in their paper cut account to use for printing each semester. If you run out, you can add more money to the account at the checkout desk, which is on the first floor. You can also use these printers to scan and email yourself documents at no additional cost. The Digital Media Lab, often called the DML, was relocated to the ground floor recently. It's available for students to use and contains Mac computers as well as other multimedia equipment and programs. There's also a 3D print lab as well as a sound lab connected to the DML. A librarian and DML student assistants are available to help you with the equipment and software in the lab. The EBSCO Classroom is located in between the DML and the LEC, and librarians teach many classes here. If your professor tells you that your class is scheduled to come to the library for instruction, this is probably where you're headed. It may surprise you to know that vending machines are located on the ground floor of the library. You can purchase drinks and snacks from these machines, and you are welcome to enjoy them inside the library. To recap, now you know more about the culture of the ground floor and the service points located there. You've also learned that the ground floor is the best place to study with a group in the library. This concludes the virtual tour of the ground floor of Carmichael Library. Thank you for taking the virtual tour, and please remember to take the online quiz.